For my investigation into digital authorship, I'm going to explore the work of the reading specialist, Dr. Sam Bomarito. Dr. Bomarito is a reading professional from the St. Louis area who creates digital content around effective practices in literacy instruction. Sam brings a wealth of experience to his digital authorship endeavors. He has been a reading specialist and staff developer for the St. Louis Public Schools, an adjunct professor, and an educational consultant. In retirement now, he currently tutors elementary students in an after-school program. In his role as digital author, Dr. Sam writes a weekly blog revolving around issues of reading and literacy instruction, is active on Twitter where he posts links and shares ideas about ways schools can develop effective literacy programs, and maintains a web presence through Facebook, where he posts links to his blog as well as instructional ideas for literacy development. Dr. Sam seems to be active as a digital author in order to share information with reading professionals and teachers about effective reading and literacy instructional practices in order to promote the development of readers and writers. My focus for this investigation and thesis is, through the inclusion of content that represents a range of instructional literacy practices and design decisions that promote the open sharing of ideas, Dr. Sam Bomarito creates online resources which support the growth and evolution of literacy teachers' understanding of effective literacy practices. Let's take a look at Dr. Sam's digital authorship work. Dr. Sam creates digital content in three mediums: blog, Twitter, Facebook. Dr. Sam writes a weekly blog on literacy instructional issues. The blog site is titled Seeking Ways to Grow Proficient, Motivated, Lifelong Readers and Writers. His blog covers topics concerning effective reading and literacy instruction. His blog also shares elements of his journey as a reading specialist, chronicling how his understanding of effective reading instruction has grown and evolved. The tone of his blog is civil and designed to encourage productive engagement with a diverse range of ideas about reading and literacy instruction. Dr. Sam augments his blog on Twitter and Facebook. In addition to linking to his blog, he includes a variety of instructional literacy practices that literacy teachers can use. He also provides some humorous asides. Through his digital media presence, Dr. Sam draws readers in with the content he selects and holds your attention with an even-handed and comprehensive presentation of the topics. He also generates interest through providing instructional practices along with some humorous asides to lighten things up. Dr. B's audience seems to value his selection of topics, his sharing of his growth as a literacy teacher, and his inclusive, even-handed approach to literacy issues. The comments and replies are generally supportive and appreciative of what he has written about. Viewers also make connections to their own teaching experiences. Who would not appreciate his digital creations? Perhaps those who have a very set view of reading and literacy instruction and do not feel that there is anything to learn about reading instruction from the other side. Since the digital creations of Dr. Sam are largely content-driven, I feel that his work connects very closely to the ideas presented in Chapter 3 of Create to Learn, Decisions. Dr. Sam makes communicative decisions in order to reach his target audience and achieve his communicative intent. His digital creations inform, persuade, as well as entertain. Chapter 3 talks about the importance of creating tone for your digital content. It describes this as, quote, when you create a blog or website, the first major issue to be addressed is establishing voice and tone. Page 37. Dr. Sam's digital work creates a tone of inclusive exploration of effective reading and literacy practices that is carried out in a spirit of collegiality and honest and open discussion. He maintains this tone throughout his digital media presences. His digital creations are brokers of effective reading and literacy practices, where he listens to all sides and encourages civil engagement with the ideas, including having civil disagreements. A suggestion for expanding the site would be to have a way for viewers to share their own journeys of literacy growth. A part of the blog could go to a place for viewers sharing their moments of growth and insight into what is effective literacy instruction, similar to how Dr. Sam shares his growth moments in his blogs. That could help create a community of reading professionals whose reading instructional practices are evolving together as they move towards a full understanding of what techniques bring success for students learning to read and write.